Alright guys, so we're back today, and today we're going to be talking about college football. And maybe something to do with upsets, and maybe a little bit to do with Kentucky. So overall, it's going to be mostly about college football though, and how it's been going. And so, it's been struggling, okay? Because the SEC started off very dominant, and nobody could beat the SEC until we got into conference play, and now everybody's beating everybody. That's how it is. You're not safe in the SEC. If you're ranked, it don't matter in the SEC. You walk in a road game against a number 6 team in the SEC, doesn't mean you're going to lose. It's just the fact of the matter. Like, it is the SEC. It's going to be crazy in there. But as long as you come ready to play, you can win it. That's what Kentucky did against Ole Miss, and we filmed a video about that after that game. And we're going to start off today, and we're going to talk about the Alabama-Georgia game. And probably the thumbnail I'm predicting might be a picture of Diego Pavia beating Alabama. Okay? We're also going to talk about him. So, Georgia and Alabama. That game walking in, Donald Trump was going to be there. It's at Bryant-Denny Stadium, which is also now called Saban Field. Okay. And so College Game Day, I think College Game Day or SEC Game Day was there. I'm pretty sure it's College Game Day. SEC Game Day was somewhere like LSU or something. But College Game Day was there. Trump was supposed to be there. Trump, for crying out loud. So you know that the player's about to ball out, because hopefully the future president's going to be there. Former and hopefully future. But Trump was supposed to be there, and so it was supposed to be a great game walking into it. And everybody I know is like, dude, Alabama's going to win it. They got the explosive offense. Georgia doesn't have that offense. Alabama's defense might not be as good as Georgia's defense, but they're still going to walk in here and beat them. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me, right? I was like, Georgia's going to win this football game, right? Like, I didn't understand how people, well, I mean, I guess I got it, because, like, I don't know. You've got a 17-year-old that is balling out right now, playing with with Jalen Milroe. You guys know 2 + 4 = 6. So when Jalen Milroe walks in there and he's throwing the ball to him, it's crazy. And everybody in the world knows who Ryan Williams is right now. He's just went off. Like, he should still be in high school, but he is playing college ball. It's crazy. And he's one of the best wide receivers in the nation, in my opinion. And so it's just wild. Georgia has a good tight end. They really ain't got no crazy wide receivers. He's not like a Brock Bowers was at Georgia. I don't even know the kid's name. I know he wears number 4. But, like, Georgia, in my opinion, was supposed to win this game. I think they were a 1-point favorite walking into this one. And so I thought they was. Well, it turns out in the first half or first quarter one, they're down 28-0. And so I'm like, well, crap, dude, Alabama's good, or Alabama's either really good or Georgia's just playing like crap. And so as you keep watching the game, I'm like, well, I ain't even going to turn this on. There ain't no point in watching it because Alabama's going to win, and I don't like Alabama. I wanted Georgia to win. And so I'm sitting there I was sitting there, and I'm like, no, let's not watch this. There ain't no point. Alabama's going to win, and it's going to really make me mad. Well, it turns out, I look at the score, and I'm like, well, Georgia made a comeback in garbage time. It was like 41 to, 35, 38, maybe. I think I'm close in that score. I don't know the exact score. And so I was like, well, they probably just scored in garbage time, let a little comeback, but Alabama knew that they had the cushion. Well, I started watching videos on this stinking game. I didn't realize Georgia led a full-on comeback and took the lead. which was crazy when you're down 28-0 in the first half. It's wild. It's very wild. And so I was like, well, dang, dude, I probably needed to watch this game. I mean, Alabama did inevitably win the game. But I probably still needed to watch it because it was an awesome SEC game, and I'm an SEC fan. And the SEC is the best conference in college football. Everybody knows that. The people who don't agree with that, you're just crazy and you don't know college football. But, I mean, that game was wild when I watched clips of what Ryan Williams did at the end. It's just crazy. And it blows my mind that a 17-year-old can do that. Like, I watch 17-year-olds play on the high school teams. They sure as heck can't go out there and play at Alabama. So this kid is special. He won Mr. Alabama football 2 years in a row. It was weird for a sophomore to win it, but then he won it when he was a junior again. I think he's the youngest player to ever win Mr. Alabama football, which is also crazy. And then not only is the youngest player to win it, he won it back-to-back, which is wild. Nobody wins it back-to-back. And so that means he had 2 great seasons in high school. And so Alabama and him's like, we can't wait. And so they go ahead and get him this year. I don't know how they did it. There's something you call it. Don't know all those technical terms. But, yeah. And so then Alabama's walking here playing Vandy, and I'm like, well, yeah, I might turn this game on a little bit and watch it while Vandy's still in the game. Well, it turns out Vandy stays in the game the whole time. There is no, well, Alabama's going to run away with the score. It's all Vandy, baby. And so I'm like, well, crap, dude. And so Vandy takes, they got a pretty good lead. So Alabama comes and they get closer. So I'm like, well, dude, they might actually come back in this one. But ultimately, Vanderbilt won that game. The fans rushed field, goalposts tore down, carried to the river 3 miles from the stadium. Fans going crazy, absolutely crazy. And I'm in Tennessee too. And so I'm like, where's all these Vanderbilt fans at? Like, I know there's not much. 75% of the stadium was Alabama fans. But, like, there's got to be Vanderbilt fans here somewhere. All I'm seeing is Tennessee fans and Tennessee fans and Tennessee fans. Which is funny because we're about to talk about the Tennessee game. And so it's like crazy. And, dude, I wanted Vanderbilt to win that game. I was cheering for Vanderbilt, okay, in that one. I wanted them not to get... I mean, I hate Alabama. I've already said that in this video. I knew that Kentucky played Vanderbilt next week. And so I'm like, dude, what do I do? I'm like, in this one, I want to stay biased, but I really don't like Alabama. And I don't want to cheer for Vanderbilt. So I'm like, well, let's go Vanderbilt. Come on. Because if you beat Alabama and then we was to beat you, looks good on us. That's all I got to say. And so I'm going to that Vanderbilt game, hopefully. It's going to be a party, hopefully. Hopefully it's going to be a party. I'm trusting the team for this one. But anyway, so Diego Pavia walks in there, takes care of business against Alabama. Which is crazy. It's Alabama. He shouldn't be doing that. But he does. It's Diego Pavia. So Diego Pavia can do whatever he wants to do now in the SEC. He is like awesome. He's some people's heroes, Vanderbilt fans, because they've never had a winning season. Oh, but their coach, Clark Lee, I think that's his name at least, Clark Lee, hopefully. He has carried their team up. I think it was Virginia Tech they beat at the beginning of the season. They were like awesome, and then they get beat. They win again, maybe, and get beat 2 in a row. They lose 2 in a row, I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't watch Vanderbilt football because they're not usually good. But they beat Alabama. That's all we got to talk about. So now, the next game, on that night was Tennessee versus Arkansas. So automatically I'm thinking Nico Iamaleava, because that's how I say his name. Iamaleava is like his name, but I say Iamaleava. I thought that they were just going to blow Arkansas out, because I watched the Arkansas-Auburn game. Arkansas and Auburn are both bad teams, very bad teams. And they're SEC teams, though, so they're not bad. Like, if they went and played Louisville right now, they would probably be close to Louisville, but they would beat them, and Louisville's like one of the best teams in the ACC. But they're just not the best. And so, in that game, I think Arkansas won it. Pretty sure. But I'm like, dude, Arkansas is going to walk in here, and they might hold Nico for a few minutes, but they're not going to be able to hold him in his crazy offense that he can run, dude. That kid is wild, and it gets on my nerves because he's a Tennessee quarterback, and I hate Tennessee more than I do Alabama. Way more than I do Alabama, because I'm a Kentucky fan. Go Big Blue, the old Wildcat. But I hate Tennessee. And so I'm cheering. You know who I'm cheering for in this game. I'm all Arkansas, baby. Oh, yeah, Pig Suey, baby. Go Hawks. And so I'm sitting there watching it, and Arkansas takes an early 3-point lead with a field goal. So I'm like, well, 3-point lead ain't nothing against Nico. That 3-point lead was something against Nico. Arkansas ends up winning this game. It comes down to the wire, and Nico makes it all the way to the red zone. Luckily, with 6 seconds left, he wastes all the time on the clock and runs it out of bounds, thinking that there was a second left. I thought there was a second left till I watched the replay, and he there was 3 seconds after the clock expired to 0. So I'm like, yes, yes, yes. All the Arkansas players were like, yes, yes, yes. All the fans were like, yes, yes, yes. And they rushed the field. It's awesome. I've watched 2 SEC field rushes in one day. I'm in Tennessee, and so this is making it awesome. Because I'm there. I wore Kentucky all weekend long, baby. I'd say there's some Tennessee fans who wanted to shoot me. So we're going to Dollywood the next day. And, yeah, I'd say there were some Tennessee fans that wanted to shoot me. Because they were there. And then I saw this one guy. I was eating supper. And he walks in with his all Arkansas on. This kid with all Arkansas on. And I'm like, yeah, baby. I'm like, there you are. It was awesome. Just watching Tennessee get their tail whooped on national television. It was very awesome. Message Tyler, who you all have seen on this channel. I'm like, Tennessee just got beat. He said, by who? I said, Arkansas. He said, how much? And I was like, I think it was 3 or 5 points. He's like, really? And I was like, yes. I was like, it's awesome, dude. It's crazy. I'm having so much fun. This is like at 11:30. And so, but that was great, watching Tennessee get beat. So now, we get to go talk about who Kentucky's got this week. I already told y'all I would be there, hopefully. But Kentucky has Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt just beat number 1 Alabama. Number 1 Alabama, they just beat them. We get Vanderbilt now. Come on, Deion Walker. Maxwell should be healthy. Brock Vandagriff is playing football now. He's a starter, baby, in the SEC. We might get Chip Trayanum back. Not sure. Dane Key is having himself a season. He's playing way better football than Barryon Brown is, and Barryon was supposed to be the number 1 receiver on the team. Right now, Dane Key's your number 1 receiver on the team. I think that Barryon's still, well, he's your number 1 option on the team, but Barryon's still your number 1 receiver. We're running him as number 1 receiver, so hopefully they put their best safety on him. Whoever their best safety's on, Barryon's going to have a game if their best safety's on Dane, and Dane's going to have another game that he's had the last 2-3 weeks if they put him on Barryon. Barryon's a little shorter. Dane's a little taller. So, you got to pick and choose, dude. Like, you really do have to pick and choose. if you put somebody, Barryon's a speedster. Dane's just got that size and athleticism. I'm talking Dane is very athletic. So we're about to get to walk in here and see. This defense better be able to stop this Vanderbilt offense, because if we let Diego Pavia, who I really like, but if we let him run all over us, I'm not happy about it. And that's my opinion. We will do a video after the game. Thanks for watching.